your screen is none other than 302 Sports Weekly, your source for high school sports. I'm your host, Benny Pinella, alongside, of course, my partner in personification of perfection. It's Pat Garriani.
Holy smokes with the tongue twister. Ben, I'm doing well. We got a lot to talk about this week. We got some special guests coming on, and I can't wait to get this thing rolling. So.
Yes, we are going to recap what happened in the world of football, volleyball, soccer, and field hockey. And those special guests, our game of the week. DMA and Hodgson will be on here in lieu of their Spotlight Game of the Week. That's a little bit later. First, though, we have to thank Gary and Nick from Hooters for allowing us to have their show every week here at 136 in the Astro Shopping Center in Newark, Delaware, literally right off of Kirkwood Highway, across from the Western Family YMCA. Great wings, great time. It's always very fun to come out here. You can hear the atmosphere literally behind me. A lot of people here, so come on out, enjoy some of their delicious wings, and of course, a great place to take in a game is there. A couple on the TVs here as well. It's a fun place.
Yeah, as the Sixers play tonight, trust the process. Had to throw that in there. Anyway, like Benny said, we're live here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Listen, if you guys have any highlights, scores, stats, or any other information you would like to see on the show, just contact us. We would love to interact with you. It's at 302sports@gmail.com, or go to the website, 302sports.com, and follow us on social media, Facebook at 302sports.com, and as well on Instagram and Twitter at 302sports.com. Of course, on Twitter, we get the poll question up weekly, so definitely check into that and give us your votes. And then check us out on Snapchat. That's sports_302. Or just come down here to Hooters and check us out here in Newark, located at 136 in the Astro Shopping Center. So, yeah, great time. Come on down.
All right, the intro aside, it's time to get down and dirty to business, talking field hockey as the rankings appear on your screen. Not a lot of shakeups, but Jason Winchell joins us. Tell us some of the reasons for some of the shakeups.
Well, Archmere was able to beat Friends last week, so they were able to jump up. They've had, like I said, their two losses are to Padua and Concord, the two Division I teams that are pretty good. So Archmere made the jump up, the big jump up. And, of course, Delmar and Tower Hill both remain unbeaten. Caravel tied Wilmington Christian, so that's a good tie for Wilmington Christian, but Caravel was able to stay at 3 after that tie.
Yeah, a couple of the scores. Archmere, like you said, defeats Friends 2-0. Caravel ties Wilmington Christian 2-2. Delmar over Polytech 7-1. Now, aside from those teams, how about Brandywine cracking the top 10 this week, Jason? What have they been doing so well, starting off 6-1?
Yeah, Brandywine's off to its best start in years. They're 6-1. Their only loss was to Red Line, and their best player was out that game, so that made a difference. They lost 4-0. But Brandywine has beat a lot of teams. They can put the ball in the net, and their goalie's been really good this year. So they're a team to watch out for. They're making a nice little run.
We'll see if Brandywine can hang, but coming up this week in terms of key matchups, we have the number 1 team, Delmar, traveling downstate to Indian River. We also have Caravel and Archmere squaring off. Both those games are tomorrow. On Tuesday, we have Tower Hill against the number 17 Wilmington Christian. And then, of course, next Tuesday, the number 1 team will host Milford, as it's a 9-1. All right, going to Division I. Change at the top, Jason. Team going from 4-1. Cape Henlopen, what happened there?
Cape Henlopen was able to beat Padua in their home match on Saturday, 4-1. Good win for Cape Henlopen. They started off rough at 1-2. Since then, they've wheeled off 4 straight wins. They look like the team that they've always been, and they're able to rebound. Padua had a good week. Other than that, they were able to beat Concord and William Penn both on the road, so they only dropped the 1 spot from 1-2. But I think all 10 teams changed the orders of rankings this week, so it was a big week. A lot of top matchups out there.
Concord had a tough week, Jason. They lost 2 tough ones to Padua and Milford. They dropped from 2 down to 7. What do they got to do to turn this thing around and right the ship and climb their way back up?
Yeah, they've lost 3 of their last 4, so they're in a struggle right now. I think what they need to do is they played the tougher teams. So now what they got to do is, with the rest of their schedule, try and build up that wins and get their confidence back. They're a real good team. They were a little young coming into the season. They lost 6 seniors from last year. They started off real well, and they've hit that mid-season struggle.
Yeah.
Well, it happens from time to time, but we do have some key matchups coming up in the following week for Division I field hockey. Dover, it will go down to the number 5 team, Polytech. Smyrna will face off Polytech as well. First game happening tomorrow, next game happening next Tuesday. Also on that Tuesday, number 2 team Padua looking to get back to number 1 as they will be at the number 9 team Wilmington Charter. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, soccer is on the way next on 302 Sports Weekly. From the Hooters in Newark, this is 302 Sports Weekly. I am Benny Pinello alongside Pat Garianis and Jason Winchell. It's time to talk about men's soccer, starting with Division II. As the rankings appear on your screen, folks, hold on 1 second. Not reflected in the rankings is what happened yesterday. St. Andrews, major upset. The number 1 team may no longer be the number 1 team. Tower Hill falling to St. Andrews 2-1. Jason, that's going to shake some things up majorly. Yeah,
and I believe that's the 3rd time out of the last 4 meetings St. Andrews has been able to beat Tower Hill. Tower Hill took a 1-0 lead into the half, but St. Andrews was able to get 2 goals in the second half and still the victory. Now, that was 3 versus 1, so St. Andrews is up there with the big boys now, and they remain undefeated on the year, so that's a good win for that program right there.
Now, Conrad, they jumped up a spot after a tie with DMA. While the Seahawks fell a spot, is there something about that rivalry where they just flip-flop?
Yeah.
And it's just good atmosphere.
It's a good rivalry. Conrad, at the beginning of the year, they weren't even ranked in the year. And now all of a sudden they've had a major upset over Newark Charter and then was able to tie DMA, who was at the time the number 3 ranked team. So that's a good run there for Conrad. They play in that tough Diamond State Conference, and those teams seem to be beating each other up. So it'll be interesting to see who's standing at the end of that conference play.
It was a fun week in the world of Division II men's soccer in the state of Delaware. Upcoming this week, more interesting matchups. The number 18 Friends will travel to St. Andrews to look to continue their hot streak. Caravel will be at St. Mark's. Hopefully my Spartans can pull something out. An interesting game. Division II facing Division I. Both 9 seeds, but they're not playing in Delaware. They're playing in Talon Energy Stadium in Chester. Capacity crowd, potentially, if this is the crowd it fits, of 18,500 people. Again,
Union play, man.
That is where the Union play, right next to the Commodore Barry Bridge. So that'll be interesting.
And if you haven't been to that stadium, go on Tuesday night. That is going to be a fun atmosphere. That is a great stadium. 2 really good teams playing, and if you can get out there Tuesday night, I would recommend it.
It's going to be a fun time. But right now we got to switch up to Division I men's soccer. Not a substantial amount of change-ups, but they are there. So Jason, kind of run through the Division I rankings.
Yeah, Cesar Rodney took a loss last week, and then they lost to number 2 Appo last night. Cape Henlopen's had some nice wins. They were able to jump up. Wilmington Charters had a little rough stretch, and they dropped a little bit. So it's been a toss and turn, but you're sitting there, Sally's and Appo 1 and 2. They just continue to roll. And speaking of Sally's, they're ranked number 2 in the nation right now, and they are playing top-ranked St. Benedict's Prep Saturday, 2 o'clock in Newark, New Jersey. So number 1 versus number 2 in the nation, 2 o'clock Saturday. If you get out to Newark and watch it, that would be a great one to watch. And the last 2 times St. Benedict's Prep was ranked number 1, Sally's beat them.
That's definitely something to keep an eye on. If you're just interested in watching national attention in any sport, definitely go check that out. Another thing that happened here is the Sussex Tech beats number 3 CR 2-1, Jay. What happened there to CR? Is it just the luck of, any given day on the pitch?
I think it's that Henlopen conference. It's so strong from top to bottom. Sussex Tech was ranked high in the preseason. They fell a couple early in the season. Yeah. They come right back and they get the big conference win over Cesar Rodney. And then Cape Henlopen. That conference is just stacked from top to bottom. I think of the 8 teams that make Division I playoffs, I guarantee you 5 of them come from the Henlopen North.
Well, there you have it. A guarantee made right here in Hooters by Jason Winchell. Wow, gotta love it.
Oh, big things happening here. More games this week. The number 2 team, Appoquinimink, will face the number 7 team, Newark. And Cape Henlopen will travel to Sussex Tech. Both those games happening tomorrow. Big stuff happening in the world of soccer. Division II game being played at a Major League Soccer stadium. And Salesianum just so happens to have a chance to be the number 1 team in the nation. Well, we had our fun outside. We'll head inside for volleyball coming up next on 302 Sports Weekly.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com. The Hadley Group.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. It's time to hit the hardwood with volleyball. As the rankings appear on your screen, not a lot changed at the top, but we do have one change at the bottom. DMA is out. Newark Charter is in. Jason, what happened there?
Yeah, Newark Charter. DMA had a tough week. They lost three matches last week. Of course, all against 3 pretty good teams, but Newark Charter, since the 0-3 start, they haven't lost since, so they're on a nice little roll. But as you can see, the top 9 stay right where they are. Not much changing in the world of volleyball. But this week we'll see a couple more top-level matches, so anything can happen.
Yeah, you look at some of the scores from this past week. Ursuline topping St. Mark's 3-1. Paddle with defeating Tatnall 3-0. St. Mark's bounces back, defeats Archmere 3-2. Archmere beats Redline 3-1. Conrad, of course, with that 3-set sweep over DMA. Talk about up top, those 3 undefeated teams there, Jason. Who's looked the most impressive so far?
I've seen all 3 play. Right now, I'd go Padua.
Okay.
They've just been doing everything well. They have Emily Jerome.
Yes.
I don't need to say much more about that.
Right.
She's one heck of a player. But we'll find out right now because Padua and Ursuline are fighting it out today on the court. So we'll see if Ursuline holds serve or Padua can win at home.
Yeah, and that's live on 302 Sports, by the way. Yes. Streaming that as we speak right now. So.
It's like the TV, you can go back and forth and flip through channels.
Yes, you can.
While that game's going on, we have some games happening tomorrow. We have the number 6 team Archmere going up against the number 2 team Tower Hill. We also have Conrad hosting Wilmington Charter. And happening next Tuesday, Red Lion will face Wilmington Charter as well. Big week for Wilmington Charter. Hopefully they can keep within the rankings. But that does it for volleyball. It's time to hit the gridiron, everyone's favorite sport. It's football coming up next on 302 Sports Weekly.
Welcome to Hooters. Have a seat wherever you like.
Hooters Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Alleyne began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. I am your host, Benny Pinello, live here from Hooters along with Pat Garianis and Jason Winchell. Get to you in a second, Jason. But Pat, it's time to recap the last Spotlight Game of the Week we had on 302 Sports.
Yeah, it was a down south Henlopen conference game. Cape Henlopen taking on the defending state champions in a game, and it was absolute assertion of domination. How about that? There's a mouthful for you. By Smyrna. So, you know what, without further ado, let's just jump right into the highlights.
Sidekick.
So here we go. We're starting this game.
Here we go, folks. The 2017 Henlopen Conference football season is underway, and it's going to be a high bounce.
Oh, it almost squirted out.
By Cape Henlopen, it'll be 1st and 10.
Witherspoon almost dropped that ball.
9 for the Eagles. Wilson in the shotgun. And quick three-step drop, throws a slant. It's going to be picked off by number 63, Destin Mr. Retta. He's got a touchdown. That's going to be about, what, a 35-yard pick six.
Himself once again in a deficit. However, there's under 6 to play, and it didn't last long. Will Knight and the Eagles answer short touchdown run, and it wouldn't be his last score, Ben. But right now, after this one, 8-7, Smyrna takes their first lead. And it would start a chain of 48 unanswered points by the champs. A few minutes later, Isaiah Wilson keeps it on the option play, and now it's the onslaught's on. It's 16-7, Eagles on top. Wilson finds the end zone. Now we're early in the second quarter. Knight takes the pitch, and he finds Paydirt. Second touchdown of the game. Smyrna just keeps on rolling, Ben, and they're getting all these two-point conversions. 24-7, your score. Now, just over 7 to play until half, and it's once again Will Knight. Watch this run. Explosion by Will Knight for the long touchdown. Breaks one tackle, and he's to the races. 32-7. Oh, what's that? I think that's the 302 Sports sign right there you're seeing in your screen. Absolutely unreal. What's going on? Will Knight with the touchdown. Now, we're just minutes to play until halftime, and Smyrna just does it. They make it 40-7 and a commanding lead after this absolute dime of a throw by Wilson, the number 7, Stephen Whaley. Absolute dime. Touchdown. Smyrna takes the 40-7 lead. Now, just to make things worse for the Vikings, Will Knight gives a handoff to Whaley for the short touchdown pass. Only a minute to go until half. It's 48-7. Smyrna with the lead at halftime. We move on to the second half now. Smyrna ties it. They tried a middle screen on this play. Senior Ben Aspie has other ideas, intercepts the pass, and takes it to the house. Kate finally stops the bleeding, puts one in the end zone. 48-14 your score right now. That's a good little bit of positivity for the Vikings. Didn't last long, though. Little over a minute left in the third. Will Knight takes the toss from Wilson. Goes 22 yards, fighting across the goal line for touchdown number 3, capping off the scoring for the defending champs. 54-14 is your score. And then the Vikings would tack on a late touchdown, however, as Devontae Johnson, the sophomore for the Vikings, brings us to our final on this touchdown run. 54-21, your final, as Smyrna gets themselves back. They're back, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it in this one. 54-21, the final. Absolutely unreal what you saw there. Domination by the Eagles.
That's got to be scary to see Smyrna back to prominence. Well, now it's time to take a look at the rankings for football in Division One. As we look at our rankings, Jason, kind of talk about some of the shakeups that happened this past week.
Hodgson, they come up. They jump up to the 6th spot overall after Cesar Rodney lost to Polytech. Polytech jumps up from 10 to 8 after that win against Cesar Rodney. So all kinds of shakeups down low. Middletown, Sally, Smyrna, Sussex Central, William Penn all stayed pat, and then from 6 to 10, it all moved. Cape Henlopen stayed at 7. No shame losing to a team like Smyrna. So they kind of stayed right where they were, but the other teams kind of did some shaking. And,
Jason, the feel-good story of the season so far has got to be Polytech. They just continue to find ways to win despite having pretty horrid seasons the last two years. They jump up 2 spots after beating CR.
I believe, Pat, I think if you add their last 2 years combined, they might have 2 or 3 wins.
That's it.
So now they have 3 already this year. And to beat a good Cesar Rodney team like that,
yeah,
and they're able to jump up. Their schedule doesn't get any easier. They're in the Henlopen North, which is a tough conference, but they still got Sussex Central and Smyrna somewhere on the schedule. But not a bad start for Polytech this year.
And the more wins you get earlier, I guess the better for Polytech, matching what they've seemingly done these past few seasons. Looking at the upcoming matchups, we see Sussex Tech. They're getting ready to take on Sussex Central, a battle of the Sussex. We also have Polytech and Cape Henlopen, Smyrna and Cesar Rodney, and Middletown and Appoquinimink. That is going to be on Fox Sports 1290 a.m. That game interests me just because I've did it before in the past, and Appo always seems like they're the little brother to Middletown. Do they have much of a chance in this one, or is it pretty much straight up?
At the beginning of the year, I would have told you yes, but Appo's struggled the last couple of weeks, and Middletown has been dominant the last few weeks. So I don't see much of a chance for Appo. But it is a kind of a rivalry game, like you said, so maybe they find some inspiration and play them tough.
Motivation,
but it'll be tough. It's an uphill battle for them.
You know, Ben, you look at it, Jason, Ben, you can answer as well if you want. You look at the battle for Sussex County, number 10 Sussex Tech at number 4 Sussex Central. You're going to see that on 302 Sports this Friday at 7 with Benny Mitchell and the crew. Who comes away with that one, Jason? You think Central keeps on pushing forward, or does Tech kind of find their groove here?
Well, at the beginning of the year, I'd say Tech struggled the first 2 games.
Yes.
They started with 2 losses. Since then, they've been dominating. They've been dominating. They dominated Appo last week on the road. I think they're going to try and send a message to everyone in the Henlopen North that they're back and they're ready to play some football. Tough test against the Central team. That all they have done so far is win. But Central's got Smyrna the following week, so could it be a trap game for them?
Ooh, the trap game. Always scary thinking about that. Always scary.
Well, speaking of trap games, Division 2, there hasn't been many shakeups this past week. Same 10 teams in, just a little different configuration. St. Mark's beating Archmere. We also have DMA beating St. E's. Tough one for the Vikings.
Yeah, it was.
Lake Forest dropping Caravelle and AI. DuPont beating Mount Pleasant. So some of these shakeups coming with a little extra, I guess.
So obviously St. Mark's jumps up because they beat Archmere. Archmere jumps down, and AI just keeps on winning, so they're moving on up. The bottom half kind of is all one to stay the same, Glasgow and Tower Hill. But there's other teams outside the top 10 that keep on winning too. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the next few weeks. Archmere is getting into St. Mark's, and now they got to play Caravelle. And that's a tough 2-week stretch for them. So these rankings could all change after next week's matchups. Tough ones coming up.
DMA just keeps on rolling, Jay, with a dominating victory over St. E's. What are they doing? They continue to just pour it on.
We said at the beginning of the year, you lose a quarterback like Jacob Hodgson, and you have to replace him. But this DMA, their offense every year is good, no matter who runs it. It's just awesome offense, and they got a heck of an athlete in Alleyne.
Yeah.
So they're making it work. They got a tough one this week against Hodgson, Division 1 versus Division 2 battle, but DMA right now is on a nice roll.
when you get to that D2, D1 matchup, we'll talk about that in a second. Archmeal will be at Caraville. That's going to happen this Sunday, a Friday night one. My Spartans will host Mount Pleasant. See, Nick Allison's Rini knows it's a Spartan thing, but it's mentioned the D2, D1 matchup. That is our 302 Sports Spotlight game of the week. We'll actually be talking to DMA, the Seahawks and Silver Eagles coming up in a little bit. Stay tuned for 302 Sports Weekly.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Shaking some things up on the set as Pat moves over his seat. Welcoming head coach Frank Moffett and freshman quarterback for the Hodgson Silver Eagles, CJ Henry. Guys, thank you for being on the show today.
Hey, thank you. We appreciate you having the opportunity for us to come here and be a part of this evening.
Well, it's our pleasure to have you. So let's talk about the history. Only 2 games in the past 10 years between you and DMA, but you've won both, going back to 2011, 40-7, and 28-14. Got to throw history out of the window, though, because that was when that happened, you were probably still 6 or 7 years old. So, but going into this game, this is probably one of your tougher opponents that you're going to face. DMA seems to have a really good offense year in, year out, no matter who runs it.
We got an opportunity to look at them on tape. They're really good. They got you take a look at their team. As a non-conference game, and they got some good size up front. They got a pretty explosive running back, and number one, I believe his last name is Alleyne. Solid kid there. They're playing some good football right now. I think they're 4-0 right here in Division II. So we're prepared for a really good football team. Not overlooking them in any way. We see a really good football team, and we have to play some really good football against them on Saturday afternoon.
CJ, freshman. You're a 9th grader doing this right now, stepping right into the varsity team. Is it just a confidence thing? You just walked in day one like, this is my job? I mean, what was it like walking in with a bunch of upperclassmen and then you got to be the man right away?
Well, when I first got there, I felt welcome, and it wasn't I wasn't afraid of anything or anything like that, but I just worked for my spot and eventually got it. And me and the other quarterback, there's no hate between us.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, DMA, I said, it's a tough opponent, but looking ahead, you have William Penn, St. George's, Middletown coming up. Is it hard to focus on one game when you know
what I preach to my team, I've been doing this quite a few years. That's like an old veteran coach right now in the state of Delaware. You know what? probably like everything. We know we prepare for our up opponent. We never really look ahead. I tell my team, you know what? It really comes to the point, though. I really don't look at a team's record. Personally, I don't really care for record. They can be 4-0, 5-0, or 0-5. It's really about us. It's about us going out and execute a game plan. About us doing what we need to do to be successful. And it doesn't, change my mindset. But you look at the schedule early in the year, you go, okay, we're flat A. There's William Penn. You look at the Conquerors, who we beat this last week, and traditionally. We look at playoffs, you'll see a William Penn in that playoff. You'll see a Middletown. You'll see a Concord. There's 3 teams in a 16 pool from Flight A who are, historically are in the tournament. We look into it. A lot of those teams we played Concord before when I was in Division II. We played Middletown, when they were in Division II. First time playing William Penn, and our sister school, St. George's, we've always, had some good battles with them. We're really taking one game at a time, because we feel every team that we're playing are good football teams, and if we don't come ready to play, we can lose these games, but it's one game at a time, and just really going out and executing and really, getting better every game. And I've seen us do that. We're getting better. We're not there yet, though, but we see a lot of steps in the right direction that we're doing right now as we go into this week as well.
CJ, you guys have won 3 games in a row. You're on a bit of a hot streak. What's it been like in practice this week? Has there been a little bit of extra juice amongst you guys? And as a quarterback, are they starting to look to you, even though you're still a 9th grader, are they starting to look to you as the leader of this team?
Yeah, I feel like each week the intensity in practice has been going up, and I feel like each game we play better when our intensity is up in practice. So yeah, this week we came to practice ready to play, ready to practice hard, and eventually on game day we'll be prepared.
Ready to go.
Now, CJ, DMA, it's your toughest test as a quarterback. As we asked Coach going into this, as season rolls on, how important is this game in preparing you for games like St. George's, Middletown, and the like?
I think this game should give us confidence if we win, and if everybody does their job, we should be fine. But yeah, it should be a tough game.
And Coach, just one last one for me. Do you have, other than CJ, of course, who should we look for as we watch this game on Saturday from your team as far as your weapons and players to watch as far as it goes?
I think right now, looking at, we spoke on CJ, but I think I have a good offensive line who's really growing. I looked at my line I told earlier. They're pretty much senior-heavy line. With my center, Mike Hughes, I got 2 guards and 2 guards, 2 tackles, all seniors. Xavier Chandler, Jordan Bolden. Like I said, I mentioned Mike Hughes at the center spot. I'm thinking of my tight end as well. I got Vaughn Wood, who's a senior tight end, been a starter, of course, for 4 years. Big player. Good running backs in Sequeris Wiggins, we call him Fred, and Simeon Smith. And I got a really good, solid wide receiver, about 6'3", and Daniel Douglas. Expect some good things from one of my slot backs, who's had two really good seasons for us, is Raymond Mack. Really had an explosive game for us last week, and all these kids, they're seniors, and I'm looking for good things. Defensive side of the ball, I got a real stud at the defensive end spot in Jalik Hayward, who's drawing some Division I interest right now. Wendell Lima at linebacker, good lineman, and actually a young kid playing at the nose for us. He's doing really well for us. Damar Wallace, another kid who's doing well for us. And the nose guy I was talking about was Amir Mitchell, doing a real good job for us. But you know what? Looking at us, defensively, we play some really good football, and I think the difference this year versus last year, we had a really solid defense. We struggled offensively. I think this year the difference is that offense, we're not struggling. We're able to run the ball well. We're able to, pass the ball and do some completion. We got kids who are just making plays this year, and we got really good balance. So, looking into it, that's what I really feel good about the balance that we have on offense as well as on defense this year.
A lot of talent on your roster, and we're witnessing it right here. The young freshman quarterback, C.J. Henry, and head coach of Hodgson, Frank Moffett. Guys, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having us.
We're all about fairness. We're all about fairness, so we have Hodgson here. We'll have DMA on next on 302 Sports League coming up. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you guys very much. CJ, thank you.
Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.
Too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvements' pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
Is your local real estate resource. Brian Hatley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hatley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hatley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Benny Pinell, alongside Pat Gariandes. We gave Hodgson some mud time. Now it's time to give DMA, the Seahawks head coach, Mike Ryan, and, of course, their superstar running back, defensive back, Mr. Do-It-All, Corahn, Alleyne. Guys, thank you very much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
So you've enjoyed a lot of success this season so far, and the past few seasons as well. What's it been like, and what's the key to building that winning culture in the locker room?
Well, we do have a great group of kids at DMA. We're very fortunate to have the kids that we do. And I think the culture that we have is we like to have fun. We work hard every day, but we really do have a good time. It's high school football. We try to keep things in perspective. And like I said, we're fortunate that we have a great group of kids.
Now, Corahn, you had 7 total touchdowns the last 2 games.
About a great group of kids.
5 of them against my Vikings, man. Why'd you have to go do that to them? But what has clicked for you as a player this season, as far as really turning up, as the kids like to say this year, and having so much success?
Just like the way we practice, like the Red Hat defense, gotta give a lot of shout out to them because they build us, push us harder in the games. Gotta give a lot of shout out to the line. But if it wasn't for the line, having the holes I've run through, we wouldn't be there. So that's really what the big contributor of the team is, like the line, the quarterback just calling the plays right, everybody doing everything. The whole job's just keeping everything focused. Everybody being disciplined.
So keeping up on this, term and I guess the theme of success. We talked about it off camera a little bit. We've been talking about it here on 302's the set and when we have meetings. The campus of DMA, a lot is happening in terms of developing at the new athletic center. How exciting is that to be a part of?
It's very exciting. We have some great leadership at our school. Our administration, our commandant, Mr. Anthony Palella, is definitely committed to the athletics program, and he's putting a lot of resources into giving our kids what we feel they deserve. These kids work hard every day in very limited facilities. We don't have locker rooms, we don't have bleachers, we don't have a football stadium, we don't have any practice fields. And our kids work hard every day without complaint. So the fact that the kids that have been here working are finally getting some of the things that we feel they deserve, to me, that's the most exciting part of it.
Corahn, you're going up against Hodgson now, Division I opponent. They've won 3 games in a row. Obviously a big game. Has there been a little extra juice going on in practice amongst the team? You guys getting up for this one any differently?
Oh yeah, it's a lot more juice because we know coming out, if we play Hodgson and just play down to our best ability, just like everybody knows that we show that we're a big team at D2. We know that they're a great team. It's going to be a hard game, but we just feel like we have a chance that we can take it, and we just got to fight hard all the way to the end.
Coach, I have a question for you. We talked about, obviously, the game that's coming up against Hodgson. What kind of challenge do they pose to your Seahawks?
Hodgson is, they're a scary team. We're going to have to play some very good football to even compete with a team like Hodgson. They're good up front. They're good on the edges. Athletically, they're one of the top teams that we will see. I think they're one of the best teams in the entire state. They're well coached. Frank does a great job. Dave Collins does a great job with their offense. We feel that if we come out and play our game, come out and compete against them, we have a shot.
Hey, Coach, I asked the same thing to Coach Moffett. Obviously, besides Corahn, you got a couple players in here supporting you guys. Any other guys that we should be looking forward to in this game as far as key players to look for?
Well, as Corahn mentioned, our offensive line is doing a great job. As well as a lot of the kids on our team have stepped up, kids that you don't really hear about. But because we have some big kids on that O-line, you're going to hear about kids like T.J. Thomas, Hunter Ballback, Brandon Kessler, Jacob Hodgson. These are some big athletic kids that are doing a great job of opening up some holes. And they play on both sides of the ball, as a lot of teams do. And we're hoping that they can help us stop this high-powered Hodgson offense on the defensive side as well.
Well, it's the typical football cliche. Everything comes down to the line. Speaking of line, go online right now to Twitter at 302sport. I can segue really good to Pat. You haven't realized that. Go online at 302sports on Twitter and vote on the poll question we have for you there. Coach Ryan, thank you very much for coming on the show.
We appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job, man.
Alleyne, thank you. Good luck in your game against Hodgson coming up. When we come back, though, we have more for you here on 302 Sports Weekly.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate your time, man. Good job. Good job. Hey, tell Pops this.
Hooters of Newark is located at 136 Astro Shopping Center, Newark, Delaware. Come in day or night to watch your favorite teams and sports on our many TVs. It's a great, fun-filled environment that is kid-friendly. Our craveable food menu has all the appetizers, burgers, salads, tacos, seafood, you name it, as well as our world-famous Hooters wings, which are the official wings of 302sports.com. Began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 homebuyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time homebuyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley, cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lowes, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
Welcome back to 302 Sports Weekly. Pat, it's time for our favorite portion of the show when we run down the local sports in Delaware.
Yeah, you know, you're exactly right, Ben. It's a fun time. And, you know, I'm actually have you come on and help me out a little bit so I don't run out of breath this week, all right? So, hey, let's start it off right now with the big club, Delaware College Sports. Let's go right into UD football. They had their chance, Ben. I watched this game on CSN. They had their shot. They hung tough with top-ranked James Madison, but unfortunately missed some opportunities. And a key fumble return for a touchdown in the first half was the difference as the Blue Hens dropped 20-10 in the CAA contest Saturday at Delaware Stadium. Jamie Jarman of Indian River scored a 15-yard touchdown with 12:07 left in the second quarter that gave Delaware its only lead in this game, 10-7. Joe Walker rushed for 46 yards, while junior Kenai Kane from Sussex Tech led the rushing attack with a career-high 81 yards rushing. Defensively for Delaware, junior linebacker and Salesianum alum Troy Reeder recorded 12 tackles and also had an interception. UD will face Stony Brook on the road this upcoming Saturday.
When you think about University of Delaware, tough game against Virginia Tech, played them well. Tough game against JMU, take away the fumble, 13-10. Good football.
Team's close. They're close.
Good football is being played at the University of Delaware this fall. All right, time for University of Delaware volleyball. Volleyball team, well, they won the first. They took the second set to pull even, but could not get past Hofstra, dropping the next two as the Blue Hens fell to the Pride in a 4-set victory for Hofstra. They will play Sunday afternoon at the Bob. But before that, Maddie Judge in that game from Padua made a match-high 13 digs for UD.
Impressive, Maddie Judge. Hey, we move on. We go from UD down to DSU, Del State. They had a bye this week. However, the Hornets will face the Aggies of North Carolina A&T this upcoming Saturday. So all you Hornets fans, get ready for that one. Also, Wesley football, the number 22 ranked Wolverines recorded their third consecutive shutout of the season with a 49-0 victory over Southern Virginia on Saturday. It was Wesley's 2017 home opener at Drass Field at Scott D. Miller Stadium. Wesley's defense held the Knights to 120 yards of total offense. Mike Sabino paced the Wesley defense with 6 tackles, including a tackle for loss and a quarterback hurry. Stefan Woodruff, formerly of St. George's, collected 2.5 tackles for loss and a half sack, while Ray Mangold from Glasgow registered 2 tackles for the loss. Alex Kemp, graduate of Caesar Rodney, caught 5 passes for 65 yards and a late second quarter touchdown. Apologize, misread the prompter on that one. For more Wesley news, Stefan Woodruff collected his second NJAC Defensive Rookie of the Week honor. He's currently tied for second in the NJAC in sacks with 6. Wesley hits the road Saturday to take on Frostburg State.
Well, in the world of Wesley volleyball, the Wesley College volleyball team ended a 3-game skid with a 3-set sweep over the Washington Adventist University Shock. That's a mouthful.
That is.
That game happened yesterday. Set went 25-10, 25-8, 25-7. They got better as the match went on, basically. Lindsey Berg out of Concord, she had notched 24 assists. Out of Conrad, she notched 24 assists, 6 attacks, while Cody Zilokowski from Caravel scored 6 kills in the Wolverines' dominating victory. Wesley continues their journey through the conference play Friday when they host the Mary Washington Eagles.
That's impressive, Benny. Now we move on to Goldie Beacom, the Lightning. All right, we talked about this a little bit on our broadcast of their volleyball game against Georgian Court this yesterday, actually. In a game, this is women's soccer. In a game which saw all scoring done in the first 7 minutes, Goldie Beacom continued its best start in team history with a 2-1 victory over Post at Nancy Churchman Saywin Field. Goldie Beacom now stands at 8-1-1 and undefeated, 6-0 in CACC play, and they remain tied with Georgian Court atop the CACC, and both hold a 1-game edge over third-place Holy Family at 5-1 and my alma mater, Wilmington, 5-1. Goldie Beacom faced Jefferson earlier today. They hosted NEAC Saturday and will meet Georgian Court October 10th in Lakewood, New Jersey. More Goldie Beacom news. Sophomore Shane Murphy actually had the privilege of coaching the young man in basketball at Wilmington Charter, has been named men's golf winner of the Central Athletic Collegiate Conference top 15. I got to get my Roman numerals right. 15 award for having the highest cumulative GPA. Murphy owns a 3.86 GPA, Ben. That's impressive.
Better than mine.
Hey, well, hey, he's going for a degree in sports management, and he becomes the 4th Goldie Beacom student athlete to receive the award. Congratulations, Shay.
Well, when we get through those sports, now it's time to get to our Delaware College athletes going to King College for football. Zach Whitehead, graduate of St. Mark's, former Spartan, completed 20 of 42 passes, but put that number aside, the yards, 359 yards, 3 touchdowns. Trevor Hill from DMA had his brother on last week.
Yes.
4 tackles, 2 solo, 2 assists, and a fumble recovery and an interception. Mr. Do-It-All on the defense. However, the Monarchs would fall 34-31 to Albright. Also, Shepherd University senior running back Jabri Lally, another St. Mark's grad, rushed 16 times for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns to lead Shepherd University to a 49-20 win over Concord, the college after high school, and MEC football action on Saturday. Sophomore running back, they have a pair of running backs there. Patrick Griffin from Sussex Tech would add 2 rushing touchdowns of his own, and along with 93 yards on 17 carries, Shepherd is now 4-0 on the year. All those MEC wins.
Wow, impressive. Shepherd just continues to impress. Now we move on to more Delaware athletes in the news. We just can't get enough of these guys. Wendell Smallwood, ladies and gentlemen, formerly of Red Lion ECA from Wilmington, and a Philadelphia Eagle, baby. You gotta love it. We bleed green over here. 10 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown in the Eagles' 26-24 win over the not San Diego but Los Angeles Chargers. So congratulations, Wendell, once again. Continued success to you.
Had a couple of those flub ups on the Pat and Benny.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. EAGLES, Eagles.
Well, when we come back, we will have our players of the week. As a matter of fact, you're familiar with one of them, and he's actually right behind us, coming up next on 302 Sports Week. Sports Weekly. I am your host, Benny Pinella. Now it's time to get to our top players of the week. And Corahn, I told you not to go too far because you're one of them, 302 Sports Player of the Week. Corahn Alleyne, the junior from DMA. Talk about this performance. I'll post those stats at you. I know when you're in the heat of the game, stats do not matter, but 14 times you ran the ball, 231 yards. Your legs feeling okay there, bud? 4 touchdowns. 70-yard punt return, so you had over 301 yards total of offense, 5 touchdowns. Your touchdown runs, 85, 1, 44, 37, and 4, averaging 16.5 yards per carry. So you can do it all.
Long story short.
What can't you do? Now, how have you kind of embraced your role as Mr. Everything for your team?
Can't really say that I'm Mr. Everything for the team. I just feel like I just got to do as much as I can to help us win, and then just push my teammates to the best. I'm saying being a captain, just knowing that I have a big role to fulfill, and thank God that I got that line I had because half the stuff I did.
I was gonna say it. You got a couple of big boys here. What? Were they a couple of them here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, look, 16 yards per carry. Why'd you have to do it to the Vikings then, man? I gotta keep going back to that.
I don't know. It's just something I just didn't know. Coach Ryan had a good play calling. We just did what was working, and it was just getting us yards. Just keep on moving.
Well, Corahn, you mentioned you're a team captain. How much does it mean to you have to see on your jersey?
It means a lot because I know that whenever I do something and falls on me, it makes me feel good because I'm a leader, and then it just helps me, just shows that my teammates, because we had to do a lot of voting, shows that my teammates trusted me and believe in me, and it's a good feeling.
How does it feel to know you scored more touchdowns in one game than both of us combined in high school? Does that feel good? It's got to be a good feeling. It's got to be a good feeling, right?
My friend, those are mad numbers. Thank you very much. Congratulations on being our 302 Sports Play of the Week. We'll stay right there. We also
bring it over for you, man. I couldn't leave him hanging. Sorry.
We'll get to that in a second. We have Savannah Siemens, also the sophomore from St. Mark, having 25 kills in their 5-set win over Archmere. That's good for the Spartans to win. In their 2 matches, she had 46 kills, 6 blocks, 28 digs, and 31 assists. Again, our game of the week, Smyrna versus Cape Henlopen. I'll be coming to your way. Oh, that already happened? Oh, well, it's going to be Hodgson versus DMA. Sorry, I read what's on the script.
Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Yeah, you can get me with anything. Keep it classy, San Diego. It's going to be DMA versus Hodgson. I'll be on your way on Saturday. All right, now it's time for our top 5 plays of the week.
Oh, boy, Benny, we're back in action this week, and it starts off with a Viking, Timothy Butler. Look at this catch in double coverage, ladies and gents. I mean, look at this. Ray Jones playing quarterback due to the injury, throws it up. Butler, son, are you kidding me? Through 2 defenders, impressive catch. However, like you said, the Seahawks won the game, however, 42-7.
I love my catches, Pat. Number 4, I love my runs as well. Will Knight, this man is,
look at this. Look at the burst.
Look at the blocking. Look at his speed is something out of a video game.
It is. And guess what? There's that 302 Sports sign again. Holy moly. Perfect camera placement.
67 yards from Mr. Knight.
Now we go, same game, number 3, Ben Ashby. Look at this play, Ben. They're trying to set up the middle screen here. Isaiah Wilson goes back. He just puts a little too much float into it. And look at Ashby. Off to the races. Gets 1 block. That's all he's going to need. Ben Ashby on a night where it was all Smyrna gives the Henlopen fans something to cheer about. 70-yard interception return for touchdown. And once again, the 302 Sports sign.
Subliminal messaging. All right, I'm not much of a Salesianum fan being from St. Mark's. I'll tip my cap to this.
Wow. Wow.
He got his feet down.
I think he got both in. I think he might have got both in.
Got 1 foot down. That's all it takes to get 6 points. An impressive catch for Mr. Reagan.
The official looks very enthused by that.
And number 1, Corahn. You remember this one? I called you Mr. Everything for a reason. Here's the punt. Corahn 70 yards back.
Oh, boy.
Look at that move.
Oh, man.
Something out of a video game. Hit the circle button, will you? 70 yards for 6. Look at the block at the end. Touchdown DMA.
That's what, hey, Corahn, I'm really happy for you, but it's really hard watching the Vikings go down like that.
That was some sweet stuff there from Alleyne. Well, that does it here for us on 302 Sports Weekly. Having fun here at Hooters? Come on out next time, 136 the Asher Shopping Center in Newark, Delaware. Well, Corahn, thank you very much for being on the show.
All right, best of luck. Best of luck this weekend. Good luck, fellas. Good luck.
That does it for us here. 302 Sports Weekly. Take care.